Hello and welcome to Towards a Better India. Now, the mass exodus of people originating from the northeast from various parts of India, I think it's a particularly disturbing trend. Agreed that what has triggered this exodus is clashes which are taking place in various parts of Assam, specifically between Muslims and the local people, wherein the local people are being alleged to have, be getting violent of against these Muslims, and therefore the northeastern people in other parts of India, say Mumbai, Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad, they are rumored to be targeted, and that's why they're pretty much fleeing back home. Now, this is definitely a very disturbing trend because this is not something acceptable in any form or manner. The very crux on which India is based is a pluralistic society, a society which is multi ethnic, multicultural, multi linguistic, but at the same time it's united. And that's where I feel that the unity of India is often questioned in such scenarios. If we are triggered off, violence or disturbances are triggered off, and at such simple instances, I think then that's when there is definitely an issue. I think people need to handle this situation much more sensitively. I think the people from the northeast need to be reassured that there's nothing. Most likely it's just a matter of rumor that there's going to be some sort of retaliation against the people from the northeast. And first of all, it's so immature. If whatever's happening there, obviously the people who are already elsewhere have nothing to do with what's happening in Assam. And it's like if you just happen to be from a certain part of the country, certain culture, certain religion, certain state, you're targeted. The instances like this we've seen, say, in the past with regard to, say, laborers from Bihar in Mumbai, where again there was this whole drive wherein there was this so-called desire to have these Bihari laborers or migrant laborers driven back to Bihar. And I think this whole parochial way of thinking, I think that's what needs to change, because otherwise it is clearly an indication of the fragile ecosystem in within which our country lies. Already our country is so different, say multilingual, multi-ethnic, and so diverse. That's the key word. So diverse, and yet we do stand united. We do stand remain one country. Already, I feel it is this whole attitude of us and them which resulted in partition, which I personally feel should not have ever happened. Check out this video of mine wherein I have talked about the partition of India and Pakistan on the eve of the 65th Independence Day. I still feel that the reason for which India was partitioned probably was never justified. That being the case, at least now the way India is, let's remain united. I think that's the need of the hour. If we continue to fight amongst ourselves, if we continue to have these differences, I don't think our country will really be able to progress the way it should. And that's where I really kind of appeal to people, everyone out there, to maintain calm. Don't have these feelings for, oh, people are from that part of the country. Look at the fact that when it comes to the northeastern part of India, let's face it, I don't think we've been able to develop that part of the country, first of all in terms of the educational opportunities. And because the educational opportunities are not that bright, so therefore when it comes to job opportunities, work opportunities, they are also not that great in that part of the country. And therefore there's often this urgent need, so to say, for the people there to migrate to other parts of the country for job opportunities, to get work, to be educated, whatever. So that being the case, I think the right attitude is that you welcome them with open arms and continue to keep them wherever they may be. If you're, say, in Pune, in Mumbai, in Bangalore, in Chennai, in Hyderabad, whichever place, whatever the place is, we need to ensure that they remain safe and sound. And ultimately it's all a part of the same country. There's just no way that we can have this attitude wherein, oh my god, they are from the northeast, we are somewhere else, so there's huge difference. It's the same country. That's the kind of thinking, that's the kind of right attitude which everyone needs to have. And I really hope that over time this kind of parochial, narrow thinking changes, wherein we get to see people truly united in every sense. I think that's the right way towards a better India. Cheers.